In this video, I want to walk you through the $766 Facebook ad campaign for my Band of Waking Moments song, Forget, and kind of quantify the total return that we got for our investment. So not necessarily monetarily return, but kind of like the sum of everything that we got, like the things that we built and the things that we gained. So you can kind of see it in totality. So if you're not familiar with these types of Facebook conversion campaigns I use to promote streaming services, I'll link to a video right here. It's the most recent one I did, and that'll show you the entire process, start to finish, of how to make this. So if I go to the Feature FM landing page for this song, we can go down to where people actually went, and about 72% went to Spotify, so vast majority, and then 18 YouTube, 5 Apple, and then Deezer, Amazon, Tidal, and iTunes are a lot smaller. So we're going to be focusing on Spotify, and then YouTube, and then Apple, and then also social media, as a way to kind of quantify all the results that we got. So we're going to start our journey here in Spotify. So I'm going to go to releases, and I'm going to go to the release for Forget. And you can see here we did a waterfall thing. So just keep that in mind. The song kind of got reinvigorated by doing a waterfall release. And if you're not familiar with that whole thing, check out this video here, how to do a waterfall release yourself. Now, this is the song. We got 24,000 streams, and I'll zoom in a little bit. And if I go to last 12 months, which is the whole life of the song, from that 24,000 streams, that came from 7,000 listeners. Average person listened 3.5 times. We got 1,900 saves and 1,200 playlist ads. And that matters a lot. So we had about 3,200 engagements is what you would call this. So 3,200 engagements. The reason why I care about that a lot is because every month, so far with this project, at least right now, we're promoting a new song, but about 46% of our streams are coming in the last 28 days from recurring listeners who previously saved or playlisted one of our songs. So I care a lot about those engagement metrics because they lead to recurring listeners. Followers also do that, but saves and playlist ads are a big part of that. And the 30% algorithmic and 21% are new listeners, mostly probably coming from the new song that we're promoting with a different Facebook ad campaign. So that's why I care about those engagement metrics. Now, another thing we can look at, in addition to like saves and streams and all that, is the number of followers that we gained in that time period. So to do that, I just essentially looked at about like the week of the song launching, so like August 15th, the song came out the 19th, all the way to about 28 days later or a month later, September 20th or so, looking at the total followers gained. That's roughly how many followers we gained as a result of that song. It's hard to say perfectly, but to me, that's the closest. So I did the math. We get about 450 followers. So 24,000 streams, 3,200 engagement metrics, and about 450 followers is what we gained on the Spotify side. So, you can already you could do some calculations if you wanted to kind of see, well, from running this campaign, what was my cost per Spotify follower? Roughly $1.80. But you also gained, what was your cost per save or playlist ad? And we had 3,200 of those, so significantly less than $1. But then we also had the streams. So you can do all these different calculations to figure out, per dollar, how much of all this stuff did I get. And so now we're going to move on to the YouTube side, since on Feature FM, we can see that was the next platform that people went to the most. So now we're looking at the YouTube analytics, and I did the same kind of thing. I look at August 14th to September 23rd, roughly like the week of the song to the week after the song, closest approximation we can really gain. And we get about 177 subscribers, so that is cool. And if I go back to content over here, I can go to the analytics for just that song. It was a lyric video, by the way, that's important to you. And so specifically that video gained us, like people subscribed on that page 40 times. So 40 subscribers directly on the page. And we had 3,400 views. And something that's actually pretty interesting about this is, if you recall, we only had about 742 clicks from YouTube. Yet we had 3,400 views on YouTube. So, some of these are probably people who subscribed in the past from our previous campaigns, because at this time, I think we have 2,000 something subscribers. I actually don't even know. Where does it say in here? Yeah, we have 1,229 subscribers. So, some of those people that already subscribed may have checked it out. It may have started ranking well organically in YouTube search or whatever, people adding it to playlist. Who knows, right? But that's the total metrics that we gained in that section. So the next category that we had here was Apple Music. And so if I flip over to the analytics for just this song, we got about 1,500 plays on Apple Music. We got 3 song purchases. So that's like, after the iTunes cut, that's like $1.80 or so, because they take 30%-ish. And 411 Shazams. And we can also kind of look at these metrics. I'll just kind of show them on the screen for you to pause if you're interested. But those are the metrics we gained on Apple. There's no followers or anything on Apple. So the next thing we can look at is social media. We ran these ads through our Facebook and Instagram pages because that's how you should do it. And we can go to Meta Business Suite and go to this Insights or Results section, I guess. Insights, Results. And I put the same date range, August 14th to the 23rd, roughly like the week before the song came out and the week after. Closest approximation. You can even see the direct, like when we look at the reach here, you can see us launching this campaign August 19th. Our Facebook page reach just dramatically shoots up. And then roughly, a month later, it dramatically drops back down because this is roughly when the ad was being run. So, we can scroll down and look at new Facebook page likes and new Instagram followers. And so, when you add those up, that comes to, well, I'm going to show you how the whole thing added up now because I have a little spreadsheet here that I've been hiding. This is kind of like the total thing. So let me just zoom in a little bit. Actually, that's even better. So, we're not even counting Amazon or Tidal or a bunch of other Deezer. We're just kind of Spotify, YouTube, Apple for streams. We got 29,504. We only had a couple hundred on Amazon, so it's not like a huge deal. Anyways, in terms of followers, Apple's the only one that doesn't have followers. We gained about 1,024 followers. So now I can cut the video and do some quick math. And by the way, this video is sponsored by DistroKid. If you've never heard of DistroKid, they're the platform that I use to distribute my music. I've been using them since day one, long before they ever sponsored a video, and I'm really glad that they sponsor my videos because I pay for their service and I really enjoy it. So you can see here's my song Forget. This is the one that we distributed. One of the reasons why I started using DistroKid in the first place was essentially the price. You can get started releasing unlimited music for one artist for as little as $19.99 a year. I'd recommend being on the Artist Plus plan, Musician plan. I'll put a thing on the screen that shows exactly what it's called and what it costs, but it's roughly $35 a year. And that allows you to schedule your release date and reuse ISRC codes. And the reason why you'd want to do that is so you can do cool waterfall things like this. This Omen release is an EP that also contains the song Forget. And that's something really cool you can do in the Musician Plus plan. That's what it's called, Musician Plus. You saw that in the screenshot. Additionally, over time, DistroKid has really expanded their selection of music services. As far as I know, they were one of the first people to allow artists to distribute their music to TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and provide lyrics integration for those platforms as well. So if I go to Forget here, and I don't know if I did it, I did, cool. So I submitted my lyrics. So when people look up the song on Spotify, they'll actually, there's lyrics. And also social media. If they share it on Instagram, there'll be lyrics there. You can also do synced lyrics, which I've shown in the past, but that allows you to make timed lyrics for your song so that when the song is playing on social media, the lyrics actually go and line up with the song, which is an awesome feature. And they make it kind of like a game. So when I open this up, you basically just play and hold space when you go to the new line and then let go and the line's done. And then it syncs everything up, it sends it to the stores, and then it's good to go. So I'm a huge fan of DistroKid. I really appreciate that they sponsor these videos. If you want to get a discount, I do have a discount link in the description to get 7% off your first year. It's also a great way to support the channel and help show them that sponsoring these videos is a great idea. So anyways, thanks for watching the sponsored segment. Thanks to DistroKid, and let's get back to the video. And now we actually have something that's pretty interesting that I've never really looked at in this way before. We have cost per stream, and that's something I've shown in the past. And then we have cost per follower, which is something I've really never calculated in the past. Now, this is including Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, although the vast majority did come from Spotify. We get about 75 cents per follower, which is kind of amazing because, if you think about it, the main real goal of sending people to a song is just to get them to listen to it. And that happened at about 2.6 cents per stream. But the follower is only 75 cents per follower across all these platforms. Obviously, we don't own this platform. This isn't like per email list subscriber or something, but still, this is kind of a cool metric. And then the last thing I did here was per Spotify engagement. So this is save / playlist ads. So it costs us 24 cents / per person who saved or playlisted our song. And that's really cool because that's people who are planning on listening to the song in the future. And some of those people might turn into people that are listening to the song a year into the future. I've seen it happen dozens of times where I stop promoting a song and a year later it's still getting couple thousand streams per month just in recurring listeners. I mean, it depends how the song went, but it's kind of an amazing thing. So I will say that on the Facebook side, this is probably an example of a better than average performing campaign. We get about 24 cents per conversion, but when you factor in all the conversions that Facebook didn't track, it was actually less than 20 cents, which is awesome in my eyes. So if you want to know how to run this campaign, you can check out this video right here. This is the newest video I have walking you through it. And if you want to get my course instead that has a detailed walkthrough of how to do this with a bunch of extra assets to help you out, you can check that here. Or if you prefer more one-on-one thing, I do consultations, and there's a link in the description for that as well. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.